Did it jam? It did. I can almost feel like it spat it out. First one? It did. It jammed. First time we've holed one? It was always going to be the white golf ball. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have a good old-fashioned golf ball test. Been a while since we've done one of these. We're going to relay this back to my own game and my own choices. Part of the What's in the Bag series always has to be which golf ball you're playing. And for me this year, I decided to make a change. I've been a Pro V1x guy for a long, long time, always leaning into a little bit more spin and what felt like a bit more control, but getting the extra ball speed that you get from obviously a firmer compression golf ball. That always appealed to me. Distance with control made a lot of sense. But the one thing I've probably undervalued in golf ball selection over the years is feel. And I do think it's, although it's not as measurable, it's not as tangible as maybe spin, ball speed, these things that we can all measure on launch monitors, it is a performance metric that means something to me. And as I got more into testing golf balls, I realized actually I much prefer the Pro V1. And if I'm not really trading off much, if anything, on ball speed and spin, not that much really, I would much rather play a ball that feels like this. Now, for today's test, there's two versions of this. There's a white version, which I choose to play. That's what I would go and play in the golf course. And there's the yellow version, which is what I practice with. I've got a practice bag full of yellow Pro V1s that when I go over to our short game area, I want to be practicing, especially with short game, with the golf ball that I play in the course. The whole reason, as I just said, I love it is because I love how it feels. I love how it performs. It hits the green, get my little bit of check and release, that type of thing. But something that's been a bit of a contentious, not issue, but topic. Is there a difference between a yellow golf ball and a white golf ball? Is the change in color, whether it's a dye, whatever it is, it's a little bit sparkly, a little pearlescent in its look and appearance. Is there a difference? And does that look different? Earlier on, Cody handed me the two golf balls in a blind test. Got to be careful when a guy tells you to close your hand and he's going to put his balls in your hand. So I just thought it would be an interesting one to, he said to me, which one do you feel is the white one? Which one do you feel is the yellow one? And you tell me. And we were all able to basically feel a difference between the two golf balls. There is a feel difference, which to me makes me wonder, is there a friction difference? Is there a performance distance? That's what we're going to find out today. Okay guys, so key metrics that we're tracking today. Ball speed, launch angle, spin rate between the three. Compression should be the same. Titleist, I can comfortably say, I believe they have the tightest tolerances in making a golf ball in the industry. So for me, I think from a compression standpoint, I'm not expecting to see if I put the same club head speed on each shot, I'm not expecting to see a variance in ball speed. Will there be a variance in launch angle and spin rate? That's where the friction factor might come into it, and whether these golf balls are slightly different. We're not testing the dimple patterns, and they have the same dimple pattern. We're not testing that. It's an indoor test. That's something that needs to be tested outdoors if you're going to get something different from the golf balls based on the dimple pattern. But today, launch, speed, launch, and spin. All right, 50-yard shot. Trying to get this club head speed about, let's see what we should be, like 50 miles an hour, something along those lines. Crispy one. All right, 57 club head speed. So we'll try and maintain around that. Launch and spin, really good launch at 30. Little nugget for you guys out there. 60-degree lob wedge should come out at 30 degrees of launch angle. The launch angle on your wedges should be about half of the loft that you have. Little nugget for those of you out there who do get a chance to practice on a launch monitor. If your wedges are below that or above that, there's something going on with your delivered loft in terms of it's a little bit sort of suboptimal. Okay, couple more. Another nice one. World's best indoor golfer. Pretty good club head speed, 56. All right, pretty good proximity for the white golf ball. Guys, another, dropping the nuggets today, dropping the important details. Anytime you're doing wedge testing, wet towel is your friend. Groove it brush is your friend. Keep the face, even if the face isn't dirty, if it has anything on there, could be some golf ball dust, water, whatever it may be, anything that interrupts the contact between club and ball will reduce friction. You will see some different performance. So after a few shots there, wipe that face down, you're just resetting the test. A little open face, but good distance. There. All right, full pitching wedge, 130 yards, white golf ball. Let's see. All right, guys, on to 7-iron. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really yet being too mindful of the results, but it did look like it's pretty consistent so far. Certainly the wedges felt like I was seeing the same 8,000 number with the wedge very, very consistently. I didn't really see there was any difficulty controlling my distance when I put a good swing on it. So yeah, pretty good so far. Let's see what 7-iron does at 175. Average spin rate for me, 7-iron, probably 58 to 6,000, something in that window. Forward bounce. Oh. A little more spin, felt quite nice. Oh, did it jam? Yeah. It did. I can almost feel like it spat it out. First one? It did. It jammed. First time we've holed one? See, it was always going to be the white golf ball. Solid. a good one. This is going further. I'm going to hit one more. The first was maybe a little bit left. Maybe just to take that out of the equation. It's different. All right, guys, last but not least, yellow golf ball driver. Shaping up to be an interesting little test. Really is. Seen a few little discrepancies starting to show up. Kind of looked like the last one with the white. Probably 15, 17 yards right. That's even less. One more. All right, guys, interesting little test. Let's run through the table here. We've got 50-yard shot, exact same ball speed, exact same launch, slight difference in spin and friction, same distance carried. There was just that 500 RPM, just below that in the standard deviation. Obviously, very consistent both golf balls, but starting to see a little bit of a change with that yellow golf ball. Into the pitch and wedge, it went away. As we go into that pitch and wedge, we saw about the same number of anything, actually. The yellow golf ball having fractionally more spin. It did, I can always look for reasons why. It did have a marginal, more of a rightward miss. You know, obviously more of a glancing blow, a bit more friction, potentially a bit of open face, more dynamic loft. Could be it, but ball speed was the same. Launch angle within 0.3 of a degree. So all of these other things, because they're so close, probably tells me that that's pretty good, pretty accurate. 7-iron, the discrepancy reappears. Yellow golf ball, 5,600. White ball, 6,100. Another little curiosity is the ball speed went up. We said, all three of us here, that we thought the yellow ball sounded a little, I don't want to call it clickier, firmer, definitely. And it resulted in a little bit more ball speed. Looking again at the shot direction, it wasn't like I was pulling them, wasn't like I was kind of getting the face closed. That was decreasing dynamic loft, increasing energy. If we look at the club data for a second there, we actually found that I was swinging the club marginally quicker with the white golf ball. So the smash factor, the efficiency was higher with the yellow ones. Back to the ball data 1 second. But that drop in 500 RPMs of spin, launch angle, again, remarkably similar launch angle, these two golf balls. But it does seem like at times there's a fractional discrepancy on spin. If we go to driver at the end, I haven't seen this one yet. So yellow golf ball, we'll go to club data first just to see where our club speed was at. Same, exactly the same. So ball data one more time. Yeah, I mean, directionally, very, very similar. total outcome, launch, spin. I mean, guys, we're not doing this test with a robot. We're not. But these numbers are so tight. But this ball speed keeps appearing, and this lower spin rate keeps appearing, which would tell us that there is a slight difference when you take a deep dive into the yellow versus the white. It would seem that the white retains spin a little bit more and is less, I don't want to call it jumpy, but it's the yellow has a little bit more pop in it. Very interesting. Wasn't expecting to see that difference in spin rate twice with the 50 yarder and then again with the 7-iron. With 500 RPM is quite a bit. You know, if we changed loft in our clubs, we changed center of gravity in our clubs, big things. To move that number 500 would be quite a lot. Just to do it by the color of the golf ball is quite fascinating that sort of exists out there, and just goes to show you that the golf ball should never be overlooked when you're calling or when you're talking about performance, when you're looking at optimizing your golf bag. I could be going to play one day and it's a bit of a misty day or a bit of a foggy day or something, and I go, I'm going to play the yellow golf ball today. And the ball starts, going in the rough a little bit, and that 500 RPMs of spin becomes 2,000 RPMs of spin because I'm dropping it. I'm in an unoptimized window at that point. I said at the very start of this, I know I spin 6-iron. If we go back to, 7-iron, if we go back to that 1 second, I know what I carry, spin a 7-iron at. It's about 6,000 RPM, 6,100, right? Indoors or outdoors, I'm about 6,100. I don't expect to see that go to 56. That would mean I'd be looking at my clubs going, oh, maybe my lofts are a little bit strong, something along those lines. So it appears there's a subtle difference between whether you use a yellow golf ball and whether you use a white golf ball, and it's more than I thought it would be. Interesting to hear what you guys think. Is that a little bit more than what you thought it would be? Did you think there would be a difference? Have you guys seen a difference? Do you prefer a colored golf ball? Maybe it stands out a little bit more within your playing group, that you like to just walk onto your golf ball. Maybe it's something to do with sort of distortion of color, and you really like to use, there's lots of different colored golf balls in the market, but it does seem like going with a colored golf ball does come with a difference in performance. That's the outcome of today's test. So fascinated and curious to hear what you guys think about this test. Let us know, as always, in the comments below. And for more videos like this, if you do enjoy this type of content, please like and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to us to have you guys with us on the journey. We're trying to get to that 100K subscribers by the end of this season, by the end of this calendar year. And if you guys can like and subscribe the videos, it means the world to us. All right, guys, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.